Hello and welcome to this week's Craft and Chat. I'm Amanda Fowler. I'm live on Facebook and YouTube. If you are here live, and I see Rob is here already. Hello, nice to see you. And let's just double check whilst I'm here. Click on the links, make sure that I am actually live where I should be. Yes, I am. Awesome. That's good. That is good. Okay. Yes, I'm live. Awesome. Hi, Ali. Thanks for joining us today. So how are we today? If you're in the UK, have you seen sunshine? It's been like... One of my friends put this up on Facebook, actually. It's been like... You know, in Harry Potter, the movie, when the Dementors come and it's grey and everywhere's gloomy and grey. Well, it has been like that in the UK for what feels like weeks. It probably hasn't been weeks, but it's been a while. We just haven't seen any sunshine. It's been rubbish. But there was sunshine yesterday. There's been sunshine today. So I hope that you have got blue skies and sunshine wherever you are. It just makes you feel better, doesn't it? A little bit of sunshine. So that is good. Oh, look, everybody's arriving now. Hooray! Chris is here. Lorraine, Deborah, thank you for sharing your sampler on the Inspiring Inking Crafting Corner. It's very pretty. Elizabeth is saying it's very sunny in South Scotland. Margaret, hello. Yes, she had a glimpse of sun today. Hooray. Hello, Mum. Pauline's here for everyone else. Lorraine is here. Michelle, Hazel, Karen, and Sarah. Wow. Got a full house. So what have we been up to? What have we been up to lately? Let me know in the comments. I spent sort of Friday, Saturday, Sunday in a different time zone. I didn't leave the house, but I was in a different time zone because it was the Stampin Up Leadership Convention and it was on US time. So it kind of started for me about 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon and went on till 10. And despite how I was in my youth, I am not a night owl. I want to be curled up by about 9:30. You know, to be honest, I can stay out late. I don't know that my brain's working at that time of night. So you know, it was really good, but I'm gonna have to rewatch some of the videos and things because because I'm not sure how much of it I actually absorbed because I was hanging basically. So yeah. so I'm kind of I don't know, working on the after effects of that really. So I've been tired the last couple of days because of course, you know, I knew I was I mean basically it is work. You know, training courses are work. So I was doing like an 8-hour training course on top of doing like a day's worth of you know, like normal stuff. So and more bathrooming. You will get pictures eventually, but I actually need to have something to show you. So we actually now have tiles, shower panels. The bath is in but not connected. The sink is connected but's coming out again so that the rest of the cupboards can go in. So things are moving forwards. My skill at filling is not improving. I'm still not very good at it, but you know, I keep practicing, so that's okay. But I'm very good at paint stripping. So, you know, we all have skills. Paint stripping is obviously one of mine. So yeah, so poor Brian, he was just plumbing and doing all the plumbing pretty much all weekend. He was, yeah, blessed. But we've got a very nice sink and a very nice tap. So that is good. Donna, it's 1:10 in the morning. So Donna, clearly you are a night owl. Clearly you are a night owl. You see, I'd gladly, I'm obviously now an early bird because I would gladly get up at 4 or 5 o'clock to go and do something. But yeah, staying up late doesn't work for me at all. Let's see. Oh, Donna wants some rain in Oz. Yeah, we haven't really had any rain, really. I mean, we've had a bit of drizzly stuff, but not proper rain. But yes, I'm sure we can send you some. Hazel's making Christmas gifts for her work colleagues. Are you able to tell us what you're making, Hazel? Or does it need to be a surprise? Rob's saying I'm young. Bless you. Bless you for saying that. Some days I feel ancient. Some days I feel like I'm 17. That's always a dangerous day. Me thinking I'm 17 or even 27. Both of those eras are quite dangerous. Stella, Texas is in the house. How are you? Margaret saying she's no good after 9:30 either. She likes getting in pajamas early and curling up. Yeah, I'm definitely pajama girl. Ooh, Ali. Ali spent the weekend in Cheddar at a 5-star lodge with a hot tub and lots of Prosecco. How amazing is that? Ooh, so Hazel's making desk calendars. That's a really, really good gift for work colleagues. The lady is going to get a nail file and the gentleman will be getting a pen. Marvelous. So yeah, so there we go. Right. Okay, so do keep the comments coming of what you've been up to. I've got a couple of cards to show you that have arrived today. One of the people is here actually who sent me a card this week, so that's really cool. I've got a new kit to show you, and I need to talk to you about the seasonal sale that starts tomorrow. So I have emailed. Oh yeah, I've got other things to tell you as well. On my blog this week, I am posting every day with different projects. I have so many projects to share with you. It was like I just need to do lots of new blog posts. So if you're getting emails from me, you're going to be getting an email every day. Just while I, catch up with some of my backlog. So let's see. Seasonal sale. Let's talk about that. Because if you're thinking of placing an order today, don't wait till tomorrow. And if you need to stock up on your cardstock, really, really wait until tomorrow. So it's called the seasonal sale. And it's on 4 different things. Okay, so the first thing to know is it's only annual catalogue stuff. So if it's in the mini catalogue, if it's in the scrapbooking catalogue, if it's an online exclusive, they're not included. It's just the stuff in here. And there is 10% off ink. So that includes refills. Sorry, I've got hiccups now. Refills. So if you've been going, oh, Amanda, I'm not buying the refills. And Amanda keeps nagging to say, please buy refills for your ink pads so they don't dry out when you're in the middle of a project. Now is a good time to get your refills. So ink pads, refills, markers, and blends. Okay, so ink pads, refills, markers, and blends. It doesn't include third-party ink pads. What do we mean by third-party ink pads? That means StazOn and Versamark. So they're not included. But the basic white ink pad is. So, you know, if you've been thinking about getting that ink pad, do that. And ink pad bundles aren't included in that 10% off. So there's 10% off cardstock. So that's every color of cardstock and white and vanilla. And then 20% off patterned paper, again, in this book. And 20% off stamp and die and stamp and punch bundles. But bear in mind the price that's given for the bundles. Let me just switch this over. The price for the bundles. So let me show you one of my favorite bundles. But if you haven't got this yet, you need this one. Spotlight on Nature. So the bundle price, which is $49.50, has already got 10% off. So it will be an additional 10% off that bundle price. Does that make sense? I hope it does. So I am really excited about that. I am slightly concerned that it's going to mean that all the cardstock's going to run out. But, you know, I'm sure Stampin' Up have ordered lots and lots and lots in order to keep us stocked up. But if you're ordering, place your order on Wednesday if you can. It's the same with any sale, isn't it? Always get the stuff early. Okay, so that's the sale. I've had a few people ask me whether or not there's going to be a retiring list for the mini catalogue. Absolutely, the answer is yes. I am not expecting that to come out till December, though. So as soon as I get dates and information, I will send it to you. I haven't got dates and stuff yet. Ooh, what else? What else? Oh, let me show you these cards. So Margaret is here. This came from Margaret today. How cool is that? Very cool. Thank you, Margaret. And thank you for your wishes. And then I got this card from one of my team members, Angela. And actually, it's kind of timely, really, because it's what I want to talk to you today about is using your patterned paper. I know. It's important to use your pattern paper. You can't just stroke it forever. You need to use it so you've got space, because then you can get new patterns. But what I'm going to be showing you is some 6x6 paper. But what I want to show you, this is from the lovely Angela. I've put sticky notes over her lovely words. But it is a Z fold card, basically. But it's one of the patterns. I'm doubting myself now. Bear with me. Thoughtful Journey. I think it's Thoughtful Journey. Yeah. I don't know. It might be. It looks like this. But anyway, so it might be this one, but there's another one as well. But it's a really cool way of using that kind of landscape style paper. So I think I've got enough card blanks to show you how to do that as well. If I'm organized, I've got enough. We'll see. But thank you, Angela, and thank you, Margaret. And you know, should you wish to send me cards, please do. I love them. You can actually send them to me in the post if you don't have my address. It's on the back of the catalogue. It's not on the back of that one. But I do. That's so silly. Yeah, hang on. Yeah, it's not on the back of that one either, look. But it should be on the back of your catalogue. You can always email me and ask me. But if you don't want to send me a card in the post, that's fine. Just send me a picture. I have the technology now. I can share your cards with the world because I figured out how to put your amazing creations into a PDF, and then I can use it as like a little screen share. So there you go. Let's have a look. Lots more comments, and then I'm going to get on with my crafting. Kerry is still in her pajamas. Yeah, Kerry, you are recovering. You're allowed to still be in your pajamas. And actually, I think everybody should be in their pajamas in the middle of the afternoon if that's what they want to be doing. You know. Donna is making Christmas gifts for 2 craft groups. She's been making small bags and small beaded trees, plus about to do some star ornaments as well. That's really good. Stella saying stock up on your white refills. Absolutely. Yeah, lots of people saying how lovely the cards are. Thank you. Good morning, Tina. And Stella's still in her pajamas, but it's 8 o'clock in Texas. And like I said, I think that's fine. Actually, you know, and it for me, it's the danger of working from home, particularly when I've got a busy day, because I pretty much get up, grab my coffee, and go to work, which is like 4 steps from the kitchen. So the reality is, some days I just get so engrossed in what I'm doing that I forget about getting dressed. I'm trying to be better. Donna's in her pajamas too. Yeah, well, Donna, it's 1 o'clock in the morning in Australia. Bless you. Oh dear. Okay, so let's get on with some crafting. But before I say that, I will not be here next week. I don't want you to have a upset. I won't be here next week. We've got a Stampin' Up day, and lots and lots of my team are going, so I am going too. And you know, I don't like leaving you on a Tuesday. It makes me sad, but that's the day of the event, so I'm going. So I am looking forward to seeing my team because I haven't seen some of them for ages. So next week at 2 o'clock, there will be a video launching, and it's really cool. Now, the people who did my October craft along will have seen the large version of this, but I have designed a cracker box that is like a gift box that stands. So it's got a flat bottom, and the cracker bit is at the top. It's really cool, and those of you that have joined me from YouTube, originally from my gift bags and boxes and my any size boxes, I love to make things like in different sizes. So that's what I've done. I've got 3 different sizes. So I'll have all of that ready for you. It will go live Tuesday afternoon at 2. It'll come out on YouTube, and there'll be links on Facebook and so on, so long as the technology and everything all works really well. But I'll be back the following week. Okay. You can hear all the gossip the following week. Yes. There won't be any gossip, but there might be sneak peeks of stuff. I'm all for that. So let me tell you about, I'm just trying to find the right page now. Let me tell you about a new kit. It is called Nature's Painting, and it is £24, and it's a watercolor kit. So I'm just going to put everything back in the box. And let me get this camera turned around, and we will get started. Excuse me. Let's swap that camera and start it again. Hooray! There we go. Let me move my mouse out of the way. I'm just going to lift up one of the lights. It's a bit low. Where it should be. Hopefully, it gives me a bit more light. We will see. Do let me know if anything looks a bit weird. So, all of our kits come in these boxes. They are different sized boxes, but they're just great for storage. This kit is £24. Obviously, for my international friends, I don't know. Firstly, I don't know if it's in stock in your area. It's certainly available in Europe at the moment, and like I said, it's £24. So I think this is great if you want to get started with watercoloring and pencils yourself, or you want to give it to an arty friend, or you want to give it to somebody who you know could just do with a little bit of downtime. You know, we all have those friends, don't we, who work too hard, who are busy all the time, and giving them a gift that will mean that they just chill out for an hour or two is a really good plan. And most of our kits work perfectly for that. But this is particularly good. And I know lots of us are thinking about Christmas presents and things at the moment. So this is what's in the kit. And, you know, all of our kits are great value. This one, I think, is really good value. So this is the first and kind of main component of the kit. It is a watercolor notebook. I'm saying it's a notebook. Basically, each one of these can be torn out, and I'm just I was going to go and find the poppies. That was the one that I wanted to tear out. You can tear them out, or you can leave them. They're a really thick paper, and the images are and the images are all printed out. And you get 2 of everything. There are some missing here because I've started working on those. There are some missing because I've been playing. But there's lots of different sorts. And obviously what you can do with these is you can frame them, or you can put them on card fronts, all sorts of things. So that's your book with your sheets. You get a water painter. So in the catalogue, you can get a set of 3, but this is just one on its own. And something that's really important for you to know about this, and the same with our water painters as well, is it screws on the wrong way. So my dad was an engineer. My husband's an engineer. I've been building things for as long as I can remember. And when you are tightening things up or loosening things off, it's righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. So if you want to undo something or loosen it, you turn it to the left. If you want to tighten something, you turn it to the right. You do not do this with this. And I don't know what it is, but most water painters are the same. And you tighten it in reverse. So if you try it, yeah. Anyway, when you get it, you will understand that it's the wrong way around. And it's got a really fine brush on it. And Triana's asking if they're the same size as the standard card. They are, absolutely. They are 6 by 4.5, or for the centimeters people, it's 15 by 11.5. So it will more than cover a standard card. So you've then got all of these pencils. So you've got 2, 4, 6, 8 pencils in pretty much all the colors you are going to need. So for those of you that have done watercoloring with me before, you'll know that so long as you've got a red, a blue, and a green. Oh, sorry, here, a red, a blue, and a yellow, you're fine. But you've got a really nice assortment of colors. And then you've also got some instructions here. So the instructions themselves are basic in the sense of they show you how to shade and color. And what I'm actually going to do is just quickly show you now a couple of tips. So I'm going to use this poppy image, and this is actually, it just says red, so that's great. And there are 2 ways that you can get the color down. So I'm going to show you both. So what you can do is you can just go over the area that you want to have the color with your pencil. I'm just doing that gently. And then you take your lid off. And what I am actually going to, I'll just get my chamois out, is just get the tip of the brush wet. And then you just go over that pencil, and it just basically makes the pencil into like a fluid watercolor. So it just, I won't say it melts it. It can't melt it, I don't think. It just kind of makes it fluid. Somebody will probably be able to tell me what the proper terminology of that is. Dissolves it, I suppose. I think it probably is that it dissolves it. So I'm just going to go over the rest of that and just show you how quickly you can do that. Now, bear in mind what I'm just trying to do at the moment. Liquefy. Ooh, Stella, I like that. Yeah. I love it. The problem is I use the wrong words for things. And it sounds right in my head, and I go along gaily thinking it's the right word, and people then look at me odd. So by all means, in the comments, let me know if I'm using strange words. Okay, so that is just a really quick way of getting the color down. But there are several other ways that you can do it. And one of my favorite is to take the water brush and dab it on the end of pencil and then use that color to paint with. And look how much darker that is. Let me just go over that again, because you've got a lot of intensity there. So look at that. So you've got that's a different way of doing that. So for me, that's one of my favorite ways, because you get the strength of the color straight away. Now what you can do, now this is dried a little bit, you can take the pencil and I would just draw the pencil lines over the lines that the artist has put in. So the artist who drew this in the first place has actually put those lines in to give depth and shading. And if you then go over that with your brush, what you're doing then is getting some additional shading. So that works really, really well. And for instance, let's just use the brown and the orange. So this is a poppy seed. And what I'm going to do this time is I'm actually putting quite a lot of color down there of the orange. Is it pumpkin pie? Yeah, it's pumpkin pie. And then I'm putting a lighter amount of the early espresso. So should you decide that you actually just want to use this to color in, you can do that too. So the pencils aren't really hard. The lead itself isn't too hard. But with all of these pencils, don't be tempted to keep sharpening them, because if it's got a sharp point, it can actually scratch the paper and it kind of makes indents. You're better off making it sort of soft and using it on the side. So I'm just going to go back in with my water painter. So I'm going over the orange first. And then I'm going into the brown. And what that's going to do is I'm actually bringing the orange up into that brown. And I'm ending up with like a lovely tonal effect. And then on this bit where it's just going to be all brown, I'm just going to go over that. And again, it just softens it. And because this brush is quite fine, it does make you feel really like an artist. But remember, watercoloring is about a wash of color. Don't feel that you have to stay within the lines. You know, it's okay not to stay in the lines. It's okay to just kind of go off and do your own thing. Ah, Val, thank you. Right, so we've got an answer to why why the water brushes are twisted the wrong way. Okay, so water brushes are threaded opposite because people twist the caps to the right to open. And if you did that, then you would twist the body of it. You would open it up and you'd get water on your project. That is awesome, Val. Thank you. Thank you so much. That makes sense. But, you know, it's one of those things that you don't actually know until you try and do it and you're thinking, why can't I open it? Margaret says she thinks she needs this kit. I think everybody needs this kit. But it's just so nice just to be able to play with this. And that is a goodly amount of watercolor pencils as well. So treat yourself, treat some friends. It's very cool. Okay, so it will not surprise you. I don't think it will surprise you to know that I might be doing Christmas cards today. Christmases are coming and all of those things, and it is important to say that I understand that not everybody celebrates Christmas and not everybody wants to make Christmas cards. There are also a lot of people that do. So that's why you will find a balance of all kinds of projects on my blog and here as well. So today, what I wanted to talk about or to show you was to give you some ideas about using your papers that are 6x6. Now, a standard card size, wherever you are in the world, if you cut your patterned paper, whether it's 12x12 or 6x6, if you cut your patterned paper, you always end up with strips and extra bits left over. And if you're like me, you end up with, you know, all kinds of bits of papers and things. And if this is you, if you are drowning in strips of paper, just do a search on YouTube under Inspiring Inking and Scraps. Particularly when I first started doing Craft and Chat, we did a lot of cards and projects using scraps. But today, what I wanted to figure out was to make sure that I could use paper that was like in a 3-inch strip, because it makes lots of sense, because then you've only got a little bit of a strip at the bottom as opposed to a full bit. It'll make sense in a minute. This paper, let me tell you what the papers are that I have got. So they're both from the Autumn Winter catalogue. This spotty paper is the Take a Bow, Take a Bow. paper. This is just really cool. It is so easy to use because it's just spots and stripes and leaves. Just super easy to use. And then the other paper that I'm using is Reindeer Days. So the Reindeer Days paper has got so many images that you can fussy cut, or you can use the coordinating dies. I'm actually going to fussy cut. I'm actually just going to fussy cut this reindeer here. I brought lots of them up. Oh, let me just take this off. Oh, I appreciate it's annoying. It bangs on the table. So you've got this lovely leaping deer. It's got a very smart little coat and collar on. And the stamps that I'm using are these two. So these stamps, let me just actually, if I put an ink pad there and do that, yeah, they're not reflecting so much. They're called Everyday Greetings and Greetings of the Season, and they're in the online exclusive, so they're not actually in a catalogue. They're designed to go together because in the Everyday Greetings, you've got the word happy, and you've also got anniversary and congratulations and hello and best wishes and thinking of you. So it's a really lovely set. And then the greetings of the season. Sorry, let's start this again. This has got birthday, anniversary, congratulations, and so on. But the greetings of the season has got the happy in it. So they're designed to go together, but they can work separately. But I absolutely would always recommend that you get both of them. And for those of you that are going, well, actually, Amanda, I've got loads of Christmas papers. I've got loads of Christmas stamps. That's awesome. Sometimes just getting yourself a new sentiment set is the thing that will make the difference. We all have stamps that we love, and just getting a different way of expressing a sentiment will just lift a card. And you can do the same layout of the card, the same imagery, but put a different sentiment on it, and it really does make a difference. And you know this about me, if you've spent any time with me at all, I love this block font and then a scripty font. It makes me really happy. So to have like a happy Christmas, a happy Christmas. So you've got a block font and then a scripty font makes me happy. And the thing is as well, there's Merry Christmas as well as Happy Christmas and Season's Greetings. And for my international friends, you've got Happy Holidays as well. So there we go. So they're the two sets. So when I designed this card, what I actually did was I figured out the best way to use this 6x6 paper. So I actually cut it into 3-inch strips. And then, so if I get my trimmer, let's get my trimmer. And so this will work as well for you if you've got 12-inch paper. And then it is 4 3/4. Just move that out of the way. Ooh. 4 3/4. Okay. So for each patterned paper piece, you would have 2 of them, 2 bits. So what that actually does is I've gone up 1/4 of an inch. So if you're working in centimeters, that'll be 7.5 centimeters, and you just go up 1/2 centimeter, put it at 8. And when it sits on the front of your card, like so, in a moment, it gives you a really nice bigger border. So if you remember what I was saying right at the very beginning about your patterned papers and the fact that if you do a card front, you end up with kind of bits that aren't that useful because it's not enough to put on another card. Whereas if you cut it into 3-inch strips and then cut it down, it works better. So what else have I got? I have got a 2-inch circle, and I've got my deer, and I've got my Happy Christmas stamp, and my garden green. Excuse me. So I'm going to pop that down. I am going to stamp that again. Let's try that again. That's better. There we go. That's much better. The other one was quite blobby. So let's move that out of the way. So this is such a quick card. I have another one to show you as well, because I think it's always nice to see it in different color iterations, because you can kind of go, oh, it looks like that. Oh, I like that. We always have color combinations that we like or we don't like. So I've got my Happy Christmas. Just going to go down there like that. I've got my circle. Going to go there. And then depending on whether or not you want to 3D this, you can put dimensionals on or not. I always like a little bit of dimension. 1 layer of dimensionals will be enough. Won't put you over the UK rules for large letter. If you stack your dimensionals up, then that's a different matter entirely. Or if you put anything else bulky in there. But if it's just 1 layer of dimensionals, do check it, but you should be fine. Such a cute card. And then we've got this little panel left. So pop it on the inside of your card. You could put it here. You can put it at the top. You could pop it there. Let's just make a little flag end. Ooh. And pop it down. And that then means that you've just used the whole of that 6-inch strip. So it's 3 by 6 that you've used on one card. So here's another version. So I've used obviously a different deer here, same circle actually. I've used the real red, but it just gives you so many more options without actually leaving you with lots of scraps that you don't need. So let me just put those to one side and let's just think about the card that Angela sent earlier as well, which is this one, which is another way of using your card, your 6-inch papers. So what I am going to need to do is just play around with some of the components I have here. That's fine. Let's just cut this deer out. I'm pleased you like that, Donna. That's good. Thank you. Kerry's got both of the stamp sets and she uses them loads. Yeah, sentiments are one of those things that they aren't they don't set your heart racing, do they? You know, when you see a really cool stamp set, think, oh, I've got to have that one. To be fair, it's generally not a sentiment set. You know, I understand that. But if you haven't got nice sentiments, you're forever going to be looking at your cards going, oh, I need something better. And that's why you'll find, because obviously I'm, you know, a little bit weird. You'll find that I often buy a stamp set because it's got a really nice happy birthday in it. Because I'm obsessed with making sure that I have the perfect sentiments for things. And by perfect, I don't necessarily mean the words, because, you know, happy birthday is happy birthday. But it's about the font and the size and the spacing and all of those things. There we go. So we have got a lovely... Oh, dear. That's another one. Okay, so I've got a card blank here. So what I'm actually going to do is it's a standard card blank. So whatever size your standard card blank is, but what you're going to do is cut it in, score it in half. So that's how you're going to make this kind of Z fold, front fold card. But then what you're going to do is you're going to use your patterned paper on 1, 2, 3 sections and then have white on the back. So what I'm going to do is pick a paper. Let's decide. To be fair though, I don't know that you can you tell this is my, I don't know, 3rd pack, 4th pack. Oh, I've lost count. Oh, okay. So I think I'm going to have to use spots. Yeah, I don't want those spots. I'm going to use those spots. Okay. So I know that the height of this needs to be 5.5. So I'm just going to cut that off. So that's a little strip. Let's see if we can use that in a minute. And then we're going to have 1, 2, 3 strips. So let's go 1, 2, and then I've got a 3rd strip. So I'm not giving you measurements because it's going to depend on what size your card is. My card is 4 inches wide by 5 3/4. So I know that these panels need to be 1 3/4 inches to fit, like so. And then this wider panel, I can put down there. So I've got space to write in a minute, but we'll go over that in a sec. So let me stick these down first. Kerry likes sentiments too. Yeah. Now we've got these stripes going on. Make sure I'm saying stripes. I appreciate these are spots, but they are going in a certain way. You need to make sure that they follow on. Okay, so can you see that follows on? If I turn it around this way, is that making your eyes go funny? Because it's all out of line. Now, obviously, with Angela's card, it's easier to see because you've got this beautiful image coming through. Let me just pop that there so you can see. But with this one, you can tell that that's wrong. So let's just flip it round and pop it down like that. And then it works well. Let's just pop that down. And then you've got a couple of choices. So what Angela's done here is she's put a white strip and then the rest of that pattern strip here. What I'm actually going to do is put my white piece down and then I can put that piece down, but that's not going to give me enough space to write. So I could use this piece and do that, or I could trim this down again. So I think what I'm actually going to do is trim this so it's the same size as these. So like these 3 panels are all the same. Don't worry about these strips. I'm coming back to them in a minute. So that there we go. It's going to go on there like so. So you've still got enough space to write, but the pattern is all showing. Now, look. With this, Angela's card is showing that lovely fresh freesia there in the center because she's done 2 panels. Mine is showing white. I think I would like that better if it was red, but I don't know whether. Oh yeah. It'll come off. It'll be fine. Let me just get an eraser. What I'm going to do. Oh dear. I love it when I think, oh yes, I'll just do that. Add in an extra card that I wasn't planning on doing. And I end up with all kinds of extra stuff. Let me just That is not... What is happening there? My trimmer's gone. There we go. That was a bit weird. Okay. So just talk amongst yourselves while I put a new layer on there. And then I'll show you what would work better, because I should have paid more attention to Angela's card. So you're just chatting amongst yourselves whilst I'm rectifying my card. Oh dear. Right, here we go. Whew. So one of the reasons I love Tombow, because I can just pull it apart. This is so much better. So much better. Look. Okay. So when you make a card based on somebody else's card, pay more attention, because look. Doesn't that look better? Seriously, that looks so much better. Okay. So I am just going to put one of my dears on here, but I know that this is going to be too flimsy to kind of hold it. So what I'm just going to do is get my punch and I'm going to back it. So let's put the circle on first where I want it, which is in the middle-ish. And then I'm going to put this on the reverse. Now I'm going to put some dimensionals on there, because can you see it's there's a bit of a gap, which is the thickness of the paper. Oh no, but if I do that, it won't open properly. Just gonna tear this all apart again, and I'll back it first. Come and watch Amanda crafting whilst she keeps changing her mind. Hazel's making tea. Bless you, Hazel. I think I've deserved a mince pie, actually, and a cup of tea when I finish this. Absolutely not too early for mince pies. It's never too early for mince pies in my world. Right. So I've backed it so that it doesn't flop about, because obviously it's paper. There we go. See, that's much better. Let's get the deer on. Super quick. And then I will pop a sentiment on, and then we will be done. And I will leave you in peace for your afternoon. Apart from my lovely team members, who I'll see at 4 o'clock. Right, so I need another Happy Christmas. Da, 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 da. Let's do that. Hazel's making cottage pie for tea. Delicious. All right, so that is going to go on there like so. Just move it along a little bit. There we go. Okay, so that is another way of using your patterned paper. Now I've got these 2 strips. Never send a naked envelope. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick that one on the back there. And then this means I've used all of that 6x6 piece. So I'm just going to stick that one on the back. And then this one I'm going to stick on the front. So don't think that you have to always stamp your envelopes. You can pop your patterned paper on there as well. All right, well, I am going to love you and leave you for this week. As always, all of the products that you have seen today can be purchased in my online store. If you pop over to my blog, which is www. I don't know why I say that anymore, because everything is www. Anyway, habit. Let me just pin that down. Inspiringinking.com. So you'll be able to see clickable links for all of the projects. I won't be live next week, but there will be a new video next week. So do come and watch that and let me know what you think. And I will be back live here. I think it is the 26th. So it's the same day as Craft Along. So I will be back here then. So take care of yourselves. Have a great week. And I will see you again soon. Goodbye.